This is the greenhouse camel cricket, also known as Tachycines acinemoris. And I found this little guy living in my basement. So I decided to make this about them and my observations. The greenhouse camel cricket is often found in cool and moist environments, often leading to them being found in places like crawl spaces, basements, caves, and other sheltered places with high moisture. They usually feed on fungi, mold, decaying plant matter, and the occasional dead insect. The place I found it in, aka my basement, was very dark and cool, extremely moist. There was water dripping from the ceiling at times, which is concerning for me. It was covered in clay, dirt, broken concrete, wood debris, stuff usually left over after building the foundation of a building like that. There was white fuzzy mold in a lot of areas growing on the walls, which is perfect. They feed on that stuff. There were multiple dirt dauber nests on the rafters and beams. Overall, it was just a really good area for this guy to lurk. But despite it being like a really good area for this little guy and his species, I only found the one during the several times I actually wound up going back. So it was either a really shy or really small population. As for what else I observed down there, I found dirt dauber wasp nests and spider webs everywhere. There was plenty of fungi and molds, especially a white fuzzy kind just sort of growing on the floor in one corner of the basement, and what looked like maybe more, but it wasn't quite fuzzy, growing along the back wall. The ecosystem itself had very low light levels because it was a basement, and the only light that it would probably even remotely get would be through the wooden door, like the cracks in it. But it was very cool and stable temperature the entire time. There was a lot of moisture. It was raining outside in several occasions, so that really added to it. There was clay soil and concrete rubble throughout the entire area from when the foundation was being built. There was organic debris from the building structure as well, like wood and the occasional thing just sort of thrown down there from previous renters. As for interspecific interactions, the predation would come from these spiders and dirt dauber wasps, as they both prey on the camel crickets. Commensalisms, the crickets feed on mold and fungi. They benefit from the mold, but the mold isn't harmed or really helped. And as for competition, they may compete with other decomposer insects for food and hiding spaces like your normal cricket or the occasional beetle. Using the database and map, the location of my observation falls within the southeastern mixed forest ecoregion, depending on the exact coordinates. As for the conservation status of the cricket, it is not in any way considered threatened. It's very stable. It's actually really widespread and found in a lot of places. It does have stressors, though, like the basement drying out or human disturbances like poison. There's a loss of moisture or mold growth, which would cause issues of it like getting really hungry and the environment just not being great for it. The habitat changes from repairs or sealing in the building. They rely a lot on moisture and darkness, so any change to that environment could kind of mess up their numbers on their specific site. In conclusion, the greenhouse camel cricket is really well adapted to dark, moist basement environments, but mine did not have a very large population. I think that was due to pesticide use, because we have had issues with ants in the past. Didn't see any of them down there, but there was like no life in the basement whatsoever. So I think that had a huge factor on all of that.